how the song goes. You've got it, right? Okay, so we'll go back to the beginning. Reverend Steve's title is Hearts Ablaze, and end of this song is Fire of Love in Our Flesh and Our Bones. Like you know it. Beautiful. How many of you have heard that song or have sung it before? No one. Oh, one person. Oh, that was beautiful. Now, I always love the Advent season. So this song is called Candle, Candle, Burning Bright. Shining in the cold winter night, candle, candle, burning bright, fill our hearts with Christmas light. We'll do this several times. warm all over.
Hey, good morning. Welcome to the Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living. Look at all the smiling faces. Well, we're like in the midst of the beginning of winter here, aren't we? It's a nice, beautiful, dim vitality here this morning, but it is radiant in here. It is ablaze with love and light and peace and harmony. But, you know, I know that you have a lot of places you could be this morning, but you found yourself here. You made it. Sit back, relax. We have a wonderful program packed with metaphysical enlightenment for you. But we're going to do what we do every Sunday morning, and that's read our vision mission statement, which states, we are an open, loving, spiritual community dedicated to evolving consciousness through teaching spiritual principles. Again, I want to thank you for ending up here this morning. We've been expecting you. Thank you for not disappointing us. This is a wonderful day to be here. You know, any day you can be at a CSL Center for Spiritual Living is a good day. I find myself here quite often. But we have some announcements this morning for you. I'm going to invite our board president, who is also a practitioner here, Jamaica Wallace, is going to give us some announcements. Welcome, Jamaica.
Yay! Good morning, everybody. Thank you. All right. Well, did you guys notice we had some elves show up this week? Has anybody noticed all this amazing decorations? I want to give a big, big shout out and thank you to Roxanne and Paula and all their crew that they had. Ralph and Jacob also came to help. We had Pat, Reverend Steve, Barbara, and Jillian also. So and Trina. Anyone else? Nedra. All these little elves. I'm sorry I missed you. Well, thank you guys. And again, another big hand. We so appreciate the beautiful work you guys do. We are so blessed. We have a member in our congregation who is requesting a ride. If there is anybody that lives over by the college and makes their way here on Sundays, if you would be available, Claire Green is asking for a ride if anyone's available, and if that's something you're interested in, you can see myself or Reverend Steve after, and we can get you guys connected for that. Our pledge program is continued. I want to let you guys know we are continuing this through the end of December, and our goal is $80,000. As of right now, we are at $41,908. So woohoo! Good job, guys. We're almost there, halfway there, and we just kicked it off, so that's amazing. We are also continuing to do our unexpected income program right now. That will meet at 12 o'clock right after the service and go till 12:30. And I just wanted to do a little report, a little buzz in your ears. So far, we've raised $230 in that unexpected income program. So that's over $2,000 of unexpected income that's come into the congregation just as we picked that up. So that's exciting news, right? All right. Our giving tree, you guys are so amazing. Actually, all of the tags are now gone. There was one there, and it's been taken as well. We do have till the 15th to bring them back, but I think they've all pretty much been returned. If you do have a tag and you haven't brought it back, you can bring it back before next week. That would be great. We'll make sure to get those out. But you guys, that is so amazing. Look at that pile of gifts for those kids over there. That is big hand to yourself. They're going to big smiles on Christmas morning. Okay. Our holiday party is coming up this Friday, and we're looking for some more elves. I see you guys. I see you out there. All you guys that are interested in elving with us, there is a sign-up sheet available on the back counter. We are looking for some elves to come help with the setup and also to help with the cleanup, and there's a beautiful little list of things they're available to do. So if there's something you're interested in, just put your name on there and help us out. And make sure you do come and join us. Sign up. Let us know if you're going to be here. Our party is going to be December, Friday, the 13th. It's going to start at 6 o'clock. We are going to be having beef stroganoff and $1 Million Chicken. along with amazing vegetarian options. There's a sign-up sheet for what you would like to bring. If you can bring a side, that would be great. It's a potluck style. And then we're also going to be doing our gift-giving game. This is a lot of fun. If you haven't participated in it before, you guys, it's really great. You pick up a gift between $15 to $20, bring it with you on Friday wrapped, and then what we do is we get numbers, and everybody gets to grab a number, and you get to come up on stage, and you pick what you want and open it, but then someone can come and grab it from you if they want. And we can do it a couple of times, and it gets really fun. You get to see things exchange and go around, and we just have a really good time with that. So that is not, you're not required to participate in that. It's a get to, not a have to, but if you'd like to, you can participate in that. And then we're also going to just have some amazing music. We've got Reverend Steve's going to be our MC, and we'll be doing some Christmas caroling and just have a really good time. So I hope to see everybody on Friday. We have a book study going to be beginning in January, grooving into the Gratitude Circle. This is going to be on the fourth Sunday of each month in January, or starting on January the 26th from 12 to 12:30. Together, we'll explore Daily Gratitude Reflections, Volume 2, a collection of 365 daily guides designed to inspire thankfulness, bringing more peace and joy and abundance into your life. This is going to be led by our gratitude gal, Deborah Perdue. And there is a sign-up sheet on the back counter. If you have more questions, you can talk to Deborah about that. We also have another class that's going to be starting, the sorry, all those E's got me, hang on. Essential Ernest Holmes Spiritual Development. Discover the transformative wisdom of Ernest Holmes in this comprehensive course. The Essential Ernest Holmes explores his profound teachings from his reflective and devotional writings to his passionate guidance for future leaders. Dive into Holmes' insight on the power of human choice, the shaping of thoughts and emotions, and the connection between the human condition and the infinite potential. This course is going to begin on January the 8th and go till March the 2nd. It is from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Wednesday evening, and the book required is Essential Ernest, and our facilitator is going to be Janice Carabay for that. Yay. There she is, right there. All right, and then we also have another class starting, our Foundations, the Science of Mind class is going to be starting. That's going to start on Thursday, January the 9th. Are you ready to embark on a transformative journey of spiritual growth and self-discovery? Join us for the Foundations of the Science of Mind class, where we will explore the core principles of spiritual understanding and personal empowerment. Through engaging practices and profound teachings, you'll delve into topics like God and the creative process, grace, wholeness and oneness, attraction, abundance, and living in the flow, immorality, joy, and Christ consciousness, gratitude, forgiveness, and celebration. This class integrates tools such as journaling, affirmations, meditations, visioning, and more to help you shift your fear to faith and deepen your connection to your authentic self and the divine. Again, this class is going to start on Thursday, January the 9th. It goes, actually, they're not sure about the time yet. It'll either be from 2 to 5 or from 5 to 8. That will be determined based on who signs up and what time works best. It is a 10-week class, and there is a one Saturday afternoon that will be determined after the class starts. And it's a $200 fee. And Reverend Steve will be the one that is facilitating that class for us. If you have any questions, there's a sign-up sheet on the back counter there. And you can talk to Reverend Steve if you have any questions about that. Okay, I'm getting closer, guys. All right, we have a AA meeting that is meeting here on Sunday evenings at 6 p.m. It's a closed meeting that focuses on literature and study, creating a welcome space for meaningful discussion and growth. Our metaphysical book study group continues to meet on Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. and goes till 9:45, and it's next door over in the LEC building. And they continue to study The Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes. And then directly after that book study is our meditation group that meets. This is a silent meditation that begins at 9:50 and goes till 10:05. So if you do find that you're entering in the silence after that time, please just enter quietly, not to disturb anybody. And that is it for those announcements. But I'm not done yet. Our beautiful flowers were from Paula Peterson. They're gorgeous. Thank you, Paula. And do we have anybody that is visiting us here today for the first time? Raise your hand. We have a gift for you. Welcome. We're so glad to have you here with us. Here we got all over, hands everywhere. Please be sure to stay after the service and join us for some refreshments, and we'd love just to get to know you guys a little bit better. Right here, Reverend Stephen, and then we have a couple over here as well, too. And we'll be right over with those for you. All right. If you have a cell phone or anything else that makes any noise, please go ahead and just put those on silence now. And if you please stand and join me in singing We Are One. We are one. We are one. I am you, you are me. We are one. And in this unity, we shall live in harmony. As peace has come, as we are one. We are one. We are one. I am you, you are me. We are one. And in this unity, we shall live in harmony. As peace has come, as we are one. Well, welcome. I'm still Jamaica. I think. Yep, for sure. Okay. It is my honor to be the podium practitioner here for you today. Please join me in the gratitude on the screen. I am so grateful to allow the fire of infinite love to blaze in my heart. What is a practitioner and what do we do? There is a gold sheet in the seat back that will help explain what practitioners do. And if you have a prayer request, please fill out the yellow sheet of paper, the well forms that can be found in the seat back. Or you can go to the grantspasscsl.org and fill out a prayer request. And when you have your demonstration, we have these lovely blue forms that we would love you to fill out as well and let us know about that demonstration because we know you're going to have one. Today, our table practitioner is Bucky, and she's back there holding the high watch for us. That means she's just holding the highest and best for each of us, knowing love and light for us. And if anybody would like any prayer after the service, you can see Bucky and she can direct you to a practitioner. If there's any practitioners available for prayer, like to raise your hand and let us know. Jeanette and Janice, Bucky, thank you. All right, let's read the prayer together on the screen. I know that my feeling heart is the true source of the power of the one source, moving through me, animating my life. All right, let's sing. Please remain seated and we'll sing I Am Loved together. Well, this month's theme is sticking the landing. And I found an article in the Science of Mind magazine that really, really resonated with me after, I don't know if anyone else has experienced a little crazy year. Feel like we've been up and down in our energy, a little bit of twisties and turnies happening. So this article was written by Reverend Dr. Andriette Earle, and it's featured in this month's Science of Mind. And the title of it is The Goat Returns. So this past summer, I caught Olympic fever. I waited with great anticipation for Simone Biles' return to her Olympic queendom. During the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, Biles, the most decorated gymnast of all time, withdrew from several Olympic gymnastic events after experiencing the twisties. As spectators, we watched as she did not stick her landing and noticed that she also appeared disoriented and unsteady. It turns out that the twisties are a frightening and dangerous predicament for a gymnast. The Cleveland Clinic describes the twisties as a mental block that creates a dangerous disconnect between mind and body while gymnasts are airborne. Suddenly, while airborne, there's a disconnect in the feedback loop. The gymnast loses the mind-body connection, such that they cannot discern where their body is. Biles said she was fighting demons and trying to push past the experience on her own. It took her about 18 months to return to a more normal, consistent practice, and ultimately focus on the 2024 Olympics. Finally, she began her redemption tour. After qualifying at the World Championships, Biles was set to compete at the Paris Olympics. She was back. She performed a true GOAT, the greatest of all time, performance. Possibly the greatest vaulter ever, she successfully executed the finals, earned the highest score, and won the gold medal. Yeah. In true Biles style, she won a total of 3 golds, even with a calf injury and a stumble. She still earned a silver medal in the women's floor event. My takeaway: we may not successfully execute and stick our landing with everything we intend to accomplish. It may even appear that we have forfeited our heart's desires. However, However, if we are blessed to wake up the next day, we have another opportunity to realize our dreams. I find Bile's joy, perseverance, and commitment to untangle her twisty infection. I watched with glee as she executed the seemingly impossible and demonstrated her mental equivalence. This year, as she flew, flipped, and spun, sticking her landing, I noted the powerful combination of clear intention, infinite possibilities, and personal responsibility required in seeking and realizing our greatest yet to be. So this week, we're bringing our focus to the fires blazing in our hearts. And so I invite each of you just to take a moment in the silence and drop down into your heart space. Close your eyes. Allow yourself to connect with those heart desires. In a few moments in the silence, and I will call you back with a short invitation. In this place of oneness, I'm going to speak a word of gratitude. I know each of us here is pure love. And I know love is the central flame of the universe. Love is the very fire itself, and each of us here are individualized expressions of that love. I know our time together is wonderfully blessed, and this fills my heart with great gratitude and joy. And I release that directly into the universal, living, loving law, knowing it is done. And so it is. And so it is. I invite you to come on back to the room, and we will have some wonderful music.
Thank you. We have a guest drummer with us this morning, Jim. He's a professional drummer. How perfect for this song called It Starts in Your Heart. I thought of that drum beating, thinking of your heart. There you go. That's the sound of the heart. Would you do that again? There you go. That's fine. Some of us have that. It's like, starts in your heart like a warm winter's breeze, gently at first like the wind through the trees. Slowly it moves you until you can see that it starts in your very own heart.
Beautiful. Well, thank you guys. Let's hear it for Jim. Thank you. And for, of course, our very own Lauren. Well, boy, it doesn't feel like Christmas is that close, but I guess it's closer than we thought. You know, somebody said, the holiday party is so soon this year. I'm like, well, it's, only, it's the 13th. But it's all relative, right? Especially if you're a relative of mine, which you all are. Ha ha ha. Reverend Steve, you're such a funny guy. Well, looks aren't everything. But welcome to this month is Sticking the Landing. And as Jamaica so wonderfully pointed out in her pre-talk, that it's about what we are doing between the jumping off and the landing. And we're in midair, firmly planted in midair right now, aren't we? Maybe we're not firmly planted. Maybe we're doing the twisties ourselves a little bit. You ever feel like that? Like, you just like got hit by a big wave in life and you're tumbling under, not knowing which way the surface is. Oh boy, well, we are feeling creative thinkers. And, we can think ourselves into almost any challenge, can't we? And the challenge is, can we think ourselves out of it and through it? Or do we get stuck in our own thinking of how awful it can be? Well, how bad can it get? Let's replace that with, how good can it get? What if everything works out? What would that look like? Oh yeah, I like that energy better. As we allow the fire of love, the fire of spirit, God, source, goddess, whatever you want to call it, to move through us, as us, we rise to new levels of joy in our life. But sometimes we have to walk through the dark night of the soul, don't we? Now, I've said this before, but someone told me that, growth is inevitable, but suffering is optional. But when I'm in the midst of the suffering, it doesn't feel optional because I would not opt for that. I have not opted for that result, but it's happening. So there's something new to be learned. There's some knowledge. There's something I haven't figured out yet. So if you're in the midst of something, don't stay stuck there. Look for people who have worked it out, or call a practitioner or a minister or a therapist or somebody that can walk you through it, who's been there before, who is not attached to the energy of what you're in. You call a family member that knows your whole story and they'll tell you what you need to do. But a spiritual person will say, go within. Remember who you are. Because when your mind moves from the challenge to remembering source energy, you can't be thinking about the challenge. That's the magic of this teaching. At the end of the gymnastic performance, after all the spins and twirls, the gymnast must land upright on their feet. At the end of this year, we have the same experience. Are you still in the twisties, or are we coming up to the end of the year knowing our feet are upside down above us somewhere? Or are we going to, as most cats do, stick the landing? How do cats know? They just know. They just know where the ground is at all times. We all use elements available to us: the air, fire, water, earth, and light. And the flow of consciousness through these feelings, through form, through wisdom, through spiritual energy, through divine connection, or psychic abilities, if you will. We're all psychics. Some of us haven't developed it yet. We're all left-handed and right-handed, ambidextrous, but you just chose one over the other. And writing with your non-dominant hand, you can develop it. Most musicians have figured out how to use both hands. Don't ask them to play left-handed, though. It'll come out funky. You know, we can have all the words and all the information and all the intellect crammed full of us, but the fact is that it is our feeling heart that makes the difference. It is the fire from within. You know, in our foundations class, we talk about this as the fire in the belly. And I can teach you a lot of things about metaphysics, but there's something that I can't give you, and that's the fire of desire. That fire, you know that fire when you have a desire to be, do, or have something, and everything else falls away, and you are laser focused? You are bulldozing through life to get to what you want to be, do, and have. It's that passion. It's that power. It might even be described as a mama bear energy. You know that feeling of protection that you have for your family, or for maybe a pet, or your loved ones? It's that mama bear, like, get out of the way, or you're going to have an experience you may not want to have. Because the power of nature is so strong that it will do whatever it takes to have your experience met. This is how a mother picked up a car to get it off their child. That mother didn't have the strength to do it, but she didn't know she didn't. She just knew that that car had to come off of my child. And somehow, forces at work moved that car. And we can do that in our lives. This is what it means to move mountains in our lives. When something seems so unsurmountable, but we know that there's a way, and we pray for that way to be presented to us. You know, we can be worn down by this thing called life, can't we? As Howard Thurman calls it, the dust and the grit of the journey. You know? Because we've been going so long that we forget why we came here. We can get lost in despair or disillusionment or even disbelief, but if we can catch that spark of the divine back, you know, that spark in you will never go out. It is inexhaustible. Now, it can be put under a bushel, and you may not experience it to its fullest in certain moments where we've gotten depressed or feel torn from our source energy. And there's a lot of that happening right now, where we're giving an opportunity to see things differently, and we don't want to go. I don't want to go. I don't want to do it right now. 5 more minutes, Mommy. But there comes a time when hanging on to the rock in the middle of the stream becomes tiring. And when we finally let go, we can drift to that wonderful shore. But we may be tossed and turned in the turbulence of the water. But that's okay. Back to my talk. If we can catch that divine spark, if we can let the holy invade the fog of our separation, the light within us begins to be rekindled and blazes up anew with new vigor and inspiration that has at times been lost within us. Living the Science of Mind on page 312 by Ernest Holmes, he says, "That which is felt cannot be taught, while that which is taught cannot be felt." There comes a time in your learning of the metaphysics that you've done all the scientific end. You know the 5 steps of treatment, forwards and backwards. You know that this stuff works, but you're not demonstrating. You're not having that flow. There's a disconnect. because there comes a time when your art starts living you. For a musician, this is when your music begins to play you. And all of your training falls into your back pocket and something takes over. And all of a sudden, you're towards the end of the song and you wonder who played that. Who played that? And then you realize, and this is when most musicians mess up, is they go, oh my God, I'm in the zone. And they go to find the zone and then they hit the wrong note. Because you need to stay unconscious and let the universe have its way with you. If you can, a good musician learns to stay in that consciousness through the end of the song or the end of the concert, if they can. It's one thing to intellectually know something, but until it is felt, until there is emotion, energy in motion, personified as who and what you are, the passion and the conviction added, the words are empty. There's no animating power within just words. They're just words on a piece of paper. But when you give it love, when you love what you are, all of a sudden a passion and an energy starts to move forward. And what happens is we learn to become silent and to relax and let it do its wonderful energy of playing the song. Ernest Holmes refers to this as the essence of the treatment. You know, we can say a whole bunch of flowery words, but if the feeling nature is not there, the treatment has not been completely fulfilled. Because the feeling of the practitioner, what they bring to the prayer, is the magic behind it. And it's only for the practitioner. It's not for the one being treated. Because if we're all one, when the practitioner experiences it, everything else does. See, we can't heal anybody else. That's not how it works. But we can provide an arena where healing can happen. And that person has that experience because they have finally let down the energy that was blocking that healing from coming out of themselves. Bless you. See the difference? Feeling can't be taught. It can only be felt. And I've had students say, well, how do you get that feeling? You don't get it. You are it. You already are. It's not something to be downloaded. It was installed in the original product, and it has to just be activated by the renewing of our mind. So as we free ourselves of the ties that bind us emotionally and allow our true self to fully, vibrantly express, we bring more of this fire, this passion, through the divine energy into our lives. You know, our core emotion is love. Love is what it's all about. Respond with love. Don't just resist. What you resist persists. Respond with love and go, you know what? This too is good, this too is God, and I demand to see the blessing in this right here, right now. It's a different energy, isn't it? So if the core emotion is love, and spirit is love, and we are spirit, then we are the love. We are the angels. We are the power in form when we align ourselves, and act the part. As we let this divine life and love express through us, we embody and manifest the divine nature in our own lives. We literally love what we truly desire into existence. We are the midwives of our own dreams. Ernest Holmes says in The Science of Mind on page 478, love is the central flame of the universe, nay, the very fire itself. Love is self-givingness through its creation, the imparting of the divine through the human. So when we play small and safe, we withhold that fire of the divine love that wants to express as who and what we truly are. It is only by living out loud that we create a truly grand rising. You are here to be that grand rising in your life. Someday, my prince will come. No, 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 no. We're living in a Disney movie, aren't we? Your prince or princess or god or goddess has already arrived. It is who and what you are. Nothing needs to be added unto you. You know, Dorothy had those shoes all along. She just didn't know how to use them. You have the power. You've had it all along. And this teaching teaches us how to use it. That's what I love. This is adult education right here. This is a master's degree in consciousness. And all you have to do is realize that you are the minister of your life. You are a minister of your life. So how's your prayer team doing in your ministry? How's the catering in your ministry? How's the self-care, sleep going in your ministry? 4 a.m. club? You know who you are. Just as we talked about last week, about standing on solid principle, we need also stand on our blazing heart of passion with love and joy as this universe in form. One without the other creates either a passionless life or a life of chaos. Seen any chaos out there lately? You know, sometimes things come up and boil over so that they can simmer. We're in a boiling point right now, aren't we? If you believe that. I like to see things simmer down just a little bit. We need solid principle in our lives to support our expression in an organized and directed manner. That's what I love about this teaching, is the 5 steps of treatment give me that scientific order. You know, science is a theory that has been proven. This is a science. This isn't just willy-nilly prayer. Well, I hope, please God, if you can hear me. No, I say, Source, this is what I truly know. This is what I choose and this is what I know. In The Science of Mind on 477, Holmes writes, the spirit fires the soul with energy and understanding. The soul, which is the subjective mentality, vitalizes the body and animates all we do. Animate everything you do with the divine energy. This is why we say a little prayer before we go do something. Or maybe the first thing in the morning, say a little prayer. Just say, thank God it's today. You know, many people damp down the flame of their hearts due to their conditioning or trying to play it safe. Don't be in too much fear, disapproval, or maybe we're caught in grief. That happens. It's part of the human experience. Just don't stay there. Now, there are some things that happen that you don't get over. You learn to live with things, don't you? But in learning to live with those things, let them grow your spirit in a way that they stay with you in a positive light. Don't play it safe. It's important to face our inner shadows, to bring the light of love into our hearts and to heal those places that may be dark nights of the soul for us. But maybe those dark nights of the soul were exactly what were needed to catapult us into a new knowing, that if we'd have played it too safe, we would have never gotten the experience of the challenge. It is within those challenges that there's a great gift. There is a great knowing within that. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, for thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. What's your rod and your staff? Your knowledge, your ability to speak positively. Those are your tools. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall not build a condo there. I shall not pitch a tent. I shall not buy a t-shirt. I shall not try to get double prints. Back in the day when you used to print out. Remember, you get double prints for your friends. These go in my book and these go in the family book. You know. Helen Keller said, life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. Wow. She was on an adventure. She's teaching us how to think differently about our challenges. So life is what it is. You ever heard somebody say that? It is what it is. It is what it is. But the is what we make it out to be. What is your is? Change your is. Life is glorious and spectacular and challenging and diverse, and why do they have to be in this? And why are they thinking so crazy? Well, because they are. That gives them having that freedom gives us the freedom to think whatever we want. Live and let live. Okay, where was I? I get off these little tangents. It is beautiful and flowing and joyful. Life can be violent and chaotic and crazy also. Life includes death, and everything in life appears for a while and then recedes back into the mystery. We don't know. But while we're in the mystery, let's have some fun. Let's look back and go, wow, you really tripped the light fantastic on that one, didn't you? We are expressions of life evolving from unconsciousness to consciousness. So what's your thing? What are you working on right now? What are you wrestling with? And what light can be drawn out of it? What enlightenment is waiting for you within your challenge? We stop defining ourselves by our wonders and begin to define ourselves by our aliveness and our passion. And then instead of life happening to us, life happens within and as us. And as we recognize that we literally are manifesting the love of the universe, immersed in a field of infinite love, not only do we feel safe all the time, but we even let go of seeking safety and instead come out and really play. Nothing's going to happen to you because everything's happening to you. You're going to be okay, even though it's not okay. instead of life happening to us, life happens within and as us. And as we recognize that we literally are manifesting this love, we become the love of the universe made manifest. Audre Lorde said, "When I dare to be powerful, to use my strength in service of my vision, then it becomes less and less important whether I'm afraid." What if that thing that's holding you back wasn't holding you back anymore? What if it was just a figment of your imagination there to see if you were really dedicated to moving through this? In conclusion, your silence will not protect you. Our playing small serves no one, including ourselves. Spirit is in constant, infinite self-givingness, blazing its essence into every form of eternity. You are the fire of the universe. You are the very power and passion of why the infinite manifested as you. So you can, sit on the sidelines if you want. That's cool. Or you can get in the game. Skin your knee. Maybe score a goal. Or just have fun playing the game. So this week, if you find that there are blockages within your fear, or your hurt, or your grief, work with someone. Call a practitioner, a minister, or your therapist, but call someone to free yourself. Once you share it, once you say something, the energy is relieved. It's just like when you go and you've got a prayer request, and it's been on your mind since blah, 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 and you finally write it down. Nobody's even prayed on it yet, but you feel better. You're like, wow, that's over. But that's the magic in prayer. Opening yourself up to knowing that there's another way, and soon a way will find its way to you. Which I'd like to end with a Beatles song. John Lennon. No John Lennon? Imagine. Well, we're not going to do Imagine today. There's plenty of time. And we're going to talk about Dear Prudence, with the invitation that, dear Prudence, won't you come out and play? Greet the brand new day. The sun is up. The sky is blue. It's beautiful. And so are you. The wind is low. The birds will sing. That you are part of everything. Won't you come out and play? So it is. Well, it's time for us to follow our teaching. Yes, tap it too. It's for you. So I invite you to bring to the forefront of your consciousness what you believe created you. You get to name it whatever you want. It can be Christ consciousness, source energy, goddess, God. Whatever your term is your business. But I think we can agree that there is something animating all that is. And as we align ourselves with the power of that love, we activate the healing process within each one of us, moving all the cells in our body to the correct places for that ultimate healing to take place physically and metaphysically. All the ideas that are needed, all the new information that is being bestowed to you falls in your heart in a way that is accessible, that is pivotal in your new experience of this thing called life. Healing is happening right here and right now. A new concept is being presented. New passion is being born within you as you let go of whatever may have previously blocked your inner flow. Thank it for its message. And it is now dissolved. So we give great thanks for this healing, this revealing of the truth. Thank you, divine, loving energy, for the constant flow of the truckloads of love and consciousness in our lives. We let go and we let God be that healing. Turning away from whatever the challenge was, not to deny it, but not to give it any more power. And we take our power back, our love, and we send it into all those places. All those challenging situations are now loved. And in that love, a new wisdom is grown. So we let go. We release this word directly into the living, loving law of mind, where it returns to us fully orbed and resplendent with the knowledge and power of the creative energy, and the divine right action in our lives has now been activated. So we let go, and we let God be God in our lives, as only you know how to do, as we affirm this together by saying, and so it is. Amen. Thank you. And it is now time for our prosperity affirmation. So I invite you to put your hand on your heart with your gift. And if you're just giving your heart today, that's enough. With all my heart. All right, together, here we go. With all my heart, I give freely and joyously, knowing the limitless, invincible, opulent wealth and supply in my being and world. So it is, Lord.
We have some words here for love is the only power. Show you how this goes. Love is the only power. Love is a healing way. Love, love, our love. Our love grows each day. Love is the only power. Love is a healing
Okay, let's say a prayer for our offertory this morning. From the love of pure spiritual energy, these tithes and gifts have been collected. They're evidence of our faith, our belief, and our ability to manifest in this world of form. They do good work in this world. They allow this, the Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living, to be open and available to those who are choosing to remember who they are, and for those who may not even know it yet. And for that, this entire community, this world, is blessed with that love. And so it is. Amen. Thank you. All right, let's stand up and sing our peace song, shall we? And now for our benediction. Please repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening. Right now. It's happening in my mind, in my body, and in the body of my affairs. I think it, I feel it, and I know it. Just the way that it is. And just the way that it is not. Thank you, life. Have an awesome week, everybody. We'll start our abundant prosperity class right at noon. So get something to eat and come on back.